From the News Channel 8 studios, let's talk live with your hosts, Natasha Barrett and Doug McElway.
All right, we're back on.
We are. I just noticed that. Well, whether it's man's best friend or that cuddly cat that you love to cuddle up with, pets are a huge part of your life.
And one thing is for sure, pets can get in strange situations. Dr. Katy Nelson is here with Rascal. Come here, Rascal. Come here.
Come here, Rascal.
Hey, buddy. Rascal's 10 years old and is up for adoption.
He's down on the ground there, by the way.
Rascal's not me or Katy.
No.
We're not up for adoption.
I'm not up for adoption.
So tell me Rascal's story. Basically, his owner had to give him up because she couldn't take care of him anymore?
His owner was ill, and so Rascal actually had to be given up for adoption. So he is at the Alexandria shelter looking for a home. He's 10 years old. He's an extremely sweet guy. He's been so well behaved.
He's very chill ever since he came up on here. Just no problems.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this
Let's talk about some of the problems that dogs can get into this time of year. We do have all that snow out there.
Yeah, we've got a lot of snow and salt.
Salt gets in their paws, doesn't it?
It does, and they lick it, and it can give them an upset stomach if they lick all of that stuff off of their paws.
Does it cut their paw pads too, the sharp
It's pretty abrasive. I mean, it can definitely cause some raw, areas on their paws. So we have to just be really careful. Wipe their feet off when they come inside. Keep some baby wipes by the door or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what we do at our house. I just go to get the, huge boxes at Costco because I have the baby and the dogs. And so,
you share them.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody gets the, baby scent.
You also have some strange situations that you've seen with
yeah.
dogs.
I brought in, just some kind of what I thought were light-hearted x-rays. I didn't bring anything really scary or terribly sad, but,
this
just
one gets the attention. The first one, x-rays of a dog that swallowed a tennis ball.
Yeah.
A tennis ball.
It's not uncommon.
No.
Not at all uncommon.
There's the tennis ball.
You can see it right there in the stomach, and that's, that's
something ain't going to get out of that dog as long as that tennis ball.
It went in, but it's not going to come back out the way that it came in. So yeah, that one actually had to go to surgery. That's a big Labrador, and there's just one in this dog, but we've actually seen 3 at a time.
Wow, somebody really liked that tennis ball.
Yeah, he just took the whole thing from the Wilson canister and ate all 3 of them. Yeah, so
my owner will not go out and leave me and play tennis.
You are not playing tennis
I
today,
had a dog
lady.
who ate a foosball once, and it
really?
was and little pieces of it would come out every now and then.
Oh gosh.
She had stomach problems for like a year. I mean, just terrible stomach problems until it was all cleared up. It took a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend who they have a bulldog who swallowed a Kong at doggy daycare, and nobody knew he had done it, but for 4 months he had a really upset stomach and had to end up going in and doing surgery on him, and 4 months later the Kong was still sitting in his stomach.
But it's almost impossible to get these things away from dogs. They'll find it and they'll devour it.
They'll find it. I have some cat x-rays too. I don't know if we can pull those up, but we've got cats that swallow sewing kits.
Cats.
We don't have the picture, but a cat that swallows what?
An entire sewing kit. Oh
my gosh.
Like
needle and all?
9 needles in the stomach. We have cats are more prone to strings. I don't know exactly why, but over Christmas we had a cat that had had chewed the string off of a balloon and swallowed the whole string. And it was about 12.5 feet long.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now that takes some dedication.
Oh, inside, yeah, it does.
That
really
takes dedication to sit
like
there.
Like a big piece of spaghetti.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
also, do we have a picture of the goose with a hook in its neck?
Yeah, this was a wild goose.
What in the world?
This was a wild goose that had swallowed a fish hook.
Look at that.
And it's actually sitting in his crop. And again, had to go in, and all of these basically are surgical.
Did someone own this goose? I have to.
No, this was a wild goose.
How did you find out about this?
They brought him in. I think it was either Arlington Shelter or Alexandria Shelter brought in this goose that looked like it was choking, and that's what we found on him.
I was once walking on a beach in Florida, and I came upon a dead pelican. And I came up to him, and he had the outline of a beer bottle in his gullet. Got stuck in the beer bottle, and apparently he dove on it thinking it was a fish. And,
it was probably brightly colored, floating in the water or something.
Right.
Thinking and mistaken.
Yeah.
How do you, you hear all these stories that people get into with their dogs and their cats, and they don't mean to. They're good owners, but people are also very afraid of how much the bill's going to be at the vet.
Yeah.
I mean, with an x-ray and any kind of surgery, just, you know, it's jacked up and up and up. Is there any way to tell? I guess with these, it really just takes an x-ray. Or
it does. I mean, you know, basically, if your dog is vomiting, if your dog is not eating, or cat, you know, vomiting, not eating, having diarrhea, those are all things that they need to go in. And there's going to have to be some sort of workup for this. You know, we can't just lay hands on them and decide, you know, there's definitely a tennis ball in this dog. You know, unless you know that your dog ate it, unless you saw that your dog ate it, then there's really no way. You're going to have to do some sort of workup. There is pet insurance out there, though. You know, I mean, pet insurance really is a good thing for people, especially if you've got a large breed dog that might do something like this.
And how much are you talking about with that? Because you see internet advertisements for this all the time. You go into PetSmart, those kind of places, and you get pamphlets on it. But how much would a good pet insurance cost you for one dog?
It's really not as expensive as you would think. My understanding is it runs about $25 a month for your average healthy, you know, young dog. So you want to get this before you have pre-existing conditions. You don't really, you know, as a 10-year-old dog, Rascal's really not a fantastic candidate for pet insurance. You know, you may be able to get some on him, but he's going to have some pre-existing conditions at 10 years old.
But you have to weigh that $25 expense a month versus the cost of surgery, which is hugely expensive.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And especially, I mean, this area, we do have some very affluent people, but we also have a lot of students. We have a lot of people who, you know, support the affluent people. So for those of us in the real world, you know, having pet insurance is a really good thing because it gives you a large amount of money per incident, not just per visit, but per incident. So
it'll save you in the long run.
Absolutely.
I want to get to two other pictures before we go. We have a dog with a nail in his foot.
Yeah, this dog.
I hate looking at these things.
It actually turned out to be okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it turned out to be okay. But you can see he came in for limping, and no one knew that this had happened, but he came in for limping. And so this is why we always say, well, if they're limping, we should take an x-ray.
Poor thing.
That screw shows up just as clear as day.
It does.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last one, a dog who ate some coins.
Yeah, this dog raided the piggy bank, and a lot of them, as you can see.
He's saving up. It's a recession out there, all right? He's saving up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So he actually ended up costing his parents more than the $3.75 that was in there because we did have to go in surgery and get those out. The other issue with coins is it depends on what year they're from as to if they've got a lot of zinc in them or a lot of copper in them. Zinc can actually be toxic to dogs. So, you know, we do, once we pull these out of the abdomen, we really do look and see what they are because we want to know, are we going to be fighting any toxicities as well as a potential blockage.
A lot of risks. Pet insurance is sounding real appealing.
Pet insurance is a very, very good thing.
Dr. Katy Nelson, thanks for coming in. And Rascal. Thank you, buddy.
Good to see you, Rascal. You're a good boy.
Just hanging out.
Good old boy.
He has that look like, can I help you? Yeah. Sorry, we'll get on with the show. Up next, why puffing away on that cigarette could cost you a better job and much more.
And if you want to see any of these possible pet problems again, head to our website after the show. Let's Talk Live.tv. We're coming right back.